pops up. I always say that. Welcome to a Living Theosophy live on the weekend. No prep, no promos, no PowerPoint, just us. So I don't see that we're live yet on YouTube, so I might just... Oh, there we are. We're live. Let's see. How does it look? How's the picture? Do you see what I have with me? I do. Oh, the cosmos. Still learning. Let's see. Hang on one second. Did it show? Yeah. Are we good? There I am. That's an orange shirt. Look at that. Welcome, everyone, and possibly no one. It doesn't really matter because these are up here just because I need to have the discipline to do it every weekend, no matter what. And I thought, how could Theosophy be a thing unless it actually is applied and put into practice in everyday life? Because Theosophy, meaning gods, and Sophia, wisdom. So theos, gods, or sacred. Think of it as sacred. And Sophia meaning wisdom. These are the ancient universal principles of divine science, divine knowledge, divine quantum physics, divine mathematics, divine music. They're all that and then some. So I wanted to come on today just to touch base and try to keep these short. I think if I can keep about 10, 15 minutes, that'd be great. But I never do them at the same time. And I do them even though life has been very, it swings and roundabouts, doesn't it? When things are difficult, we are learning. When things are good, we get to rest. And that cycle never stops. Our expecting it to is what causes us so much suffering. It's true. So I just got off a big conference out of Russia, the Theosophical Society out of Russia, the Adamant Lodge. They do wonderful work. If you're interested in learning globally with other Theosophists around the world, you certainly can. And that's also what I want to say is that, hi there. I'm there. Oh, is that Sarah? Hi, Sarah. I think it's just me and you. Are you watching from YouTube? Welcome to you. How does the picture look? Here you are. Let's see. There you are. Anyway, hi, sweetie. Listen, anybody can be a Theosophist, and that was today's subject. So there was a little bit of prep. I printed this out, but I wanted to read this to you. It's not about belonging to any organization or paying any fees or dues. Theosophy takes place inside you. It is a way of living. It's a way of being. So Sarah, my one audience member, I think it's Sarah. I should probably click on the video just to see. Oh, there's two of you here. Hi there. Yeah, I don't expect big audiences. It's fine. It's not important. The audience size, that's not important. I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be rich. I want Theosophy to be famous. I almost said Theosophy because I am sleepy, still on that sleep schedule from the NHS. I get about 3 hours of sleep per night for the last few weeks. So I'm a little delirious, but that's okay. That's part of it. So who can be a Theosophist? Anybody, okay? Any person of average intellectual capacities or capabilities and a leaning towards the metaphysical. If you find that you are interested in the New Age movement, if you find that at church you're looking for where's the beef, vegan beef, where's the substance, anybody leaning towards the metaphysical of pure, unselfish life, who finds more joy in helping his neighbor than in receiving help himself. Does that sound familiar to you? Does that sound like you? And who is ever ready to sacrifice his own pleasures for the sake of other people. Empaths. I should, oh my God, thank you. Doe, there's Doe. Okay, hi there. Hi, everybody. Hi there. Okay, listen, I wanted to see, let me ask her here because there's no pressure. The Living Theosophy channel is growing. It is growing. All things Living Theosophy are growing, and it's not about me. It's about Theosophy. So on all of these platforms, the Living Theosophy name belongs to you too. You are Living Theosophy. If you are this person, listen, let me start from the beginning because Doe just entered. Doe, I'd like to have you on to come and talk about the compassion of veganism. I think she would add such a life spark, and I would love to have that happen. So I'd like to book that with you, please, Doe. It's fun to be in a live broadcast with Doe because all of that live broadcasting on Periscope and Habs in my private account has really helped me for these lives here. So again, Doe, who is the Theosophist? Anyone. I'm going to start over again, Sarah. Sorry. Sarah was my only viewer. We had a private moment. Okay. Any person of average intellectual capacities and a leaning towards the metaphysical. Metaphysical just means you're looking outside the physical. How's that? You're just looking outside the world of the five senses. Somebody who's pure and unselfish, who finds more joy in helping his neighbor or other beings than in helping himself or receiving help himself. One who is ever ready to sacrifice his own pleasures for the sake of other people, and who loves truth and goodness and wisdom for their own sake. Okay? Does that sound familiar? Good. All right? Not for the benefit that they confer. So you're not looking to go ahead and seek wisdom so you can become some kind of guru and have followers. YouTube followers don't count here because it's not about me. How can I study Theosophy? Bless you, sweetheart. Okay, what I would recommend, Sarah, is popping back on this channel and check out the text called Light on the Path. Okay, I've made it into an audiobook because it's so powerful. It's tiny, tiny little audiobook. It's like, I don't know, not even 100 pages. I don't know, like 60 pages. Anyway, check out Light on the Path. I read it for you in an audiobook here. I'll also include links down below so you can actually access these texts for free. There are free audiobooks that I have republished. I've spent my own money to republish them so I could voice them. Read these texts, watch the videos. I take you through some book studies on this channel as well. And you can actually see an evolution of my own self, my physical, emotional, mental, everything self here on this channel. When I started these teachings, when I started to really put them into application, you can see a physical change, because there's more than just a physical change, but you can see it happen. I evolve with you on this channel. You can study Theosophy by starting, if you want to, with these texts, or I can put some links down below you can follow and just follow your nose. See what feels right to you. So anybody who meets this criteria is a Theosophist. So Theosophy is not a religion. It's not. It is a way of living that is going to improve life for you and for others here on planet Earth. Okay, when you start to become these teachings of compassion and empathy and understanding and just connectedness with other beings, unconditional love, you start to become something different. You change. Like I said, you can see it here on this channel. You see this change take place. And with everything that's going on here in my day, which I could say, I don't like to talk about myself, but I'll tell you what's going on today. We had our precious cat, Wiki, who I love so much. I love her so much. I like more than life. She had an accident the other night. I had to take her into the vet at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and her leg was shattered and she fell off the roof, but she had a compound fracture. And we just canceled our pet insurance. We just canceled it. Wiki is fine. She's home from the hospital today. She's been there a couple days, but the bill was 3,000 pounds. We don't have 3,000 pounds. How can Theosophy be applied in that situation? By looking at the bigger picture. When the news came in that the bill would be $3,000, and we don't have that, I laughed. My reaction was, that was hilarious, because we don't have it. We'll come up with it from wherever it's at the moment. It always has been okay. How often does the worst possible outcome take place? You go through that in your mind, like, oh my God, we're going to be destitute. We have no cash. What are we going to do? Oh, the world's terrible, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't have that reaction this time, because I trust that there's a much bigger picture. And I've been through things like this before. And it's always worked out to be, I survived. Am I not sitting here in front of you? Yes. All those things that I thought were so awful, I lived through. All those things that you thought were so awful, you lived through. It's just money. It's fine. It's not a big deal. So anyway, in the anxiety of wondering if she's going to be okay, all those things, there was a trust. I wasn't anywhere near as stressed out as I used to be back in the day. I sang to her all the way over there so she could hear my voice. Sang to Wiki. I made up lyrics to every song that came on the radio so she could hear my voice. Thank you. Yeah, she's okay. She's got a little cast on, and she has a little collar of shame, and she's fine. She's going to be fine. It's always going to be fine. This is one of the TikToks I did today is, if it's not okay, it's not the end. It's going to be okay. Let's see what else is going on today. Oh, Christopher has a abscess in his tooth, and we were trying to get this emergency appointment, and everything we went through from 111, the emergency dentist, everything just kept falling through. And so as he wades through this issue, and I'm trying to look after him and do the best I can, I cannot. To see somebody that I care about in pain, and I can't do anything, somebody that I love, I can't ease that pain. How does Theosophy come into that? Well, that comes into where you put these understandings, these, again, universal principles is a good way, these ancient wisdoms of looking at life differently. And it doesn't mean that you have to have all the answers, because this is not an intellectual journey. You don't have to go, oh yeah, okay, Theosophy said A, B, C, D, E, so I'm going to apply A, B, C, D, E. When you apply them, you become a different person. Your emotions, your will, your thoughts are all connected to the universal consciousness. I know it sounds weird, but that's why I have this picture. I have this picture. It shouldn't sound weird. When you think of that, which is just a picture of a nebula, where's my finger? Just a picture of a nebula, is an ever expanding universe. It's ever expanding. It is boundless, eternal. Okay. You're a part of that. Are you not? What created the universe? The same force, the same source that created you. And it was through what they call the great breath. Okay. The great breath of going and coming. These universes come and go, just like day to night, sleep to wake, tides go in, tides go out. Okay. This creation of the universe, the same consciousness is inside you. All right. It is not outside of you in the stars. It's inside you. Okay. Your thoughts and your will and your emotions, your feelings are the same as in the universe. Okay. You are the universe. The universe is you. When you start to look at the world through a much bigger, I want to say set of eyeballs, but it's not a set of eyeballs, understanding, you begin to look at things differently. And when you realize that your thoughts and your emotions and your will are under your control, that's all you have control over. How many times have we said that before? Okay. You can't change anybody else. You can't change anything else, but you can change your thoughts, your reactions, your emotions. Those are difficult, but you can. And when, this is important, when you change your thoughts, when you switch polarities from anxiety and worry and fear to the opposite pole, okay, listen to what I'm saying. When you switch those thoughts, you will see situations and people around you will change. I know. But anyway, you're going to find keys to be able to help you operate this phenomenal opportunity, which is life. And you look at things differently. Things that used to be really, really big, like death, it's not big anymore. Things that used to be really, really big, like, I don't know, cash or, I don't know, relationships. What's big for you right now? What's big? Let me ask you. I said I'd keep this short. Do you see how I am? Anyway, what is a really big thing right now that you're worried about? Let's look. Can you guys talk? Anyway, while you're going to type, I'm going to ask you this question. Let's see if any, again, participation, if we can have any active participation. What is a really big thing that you're worried about right now? It doesn't have to be something that reveals your secrets, but what is a big thing that you're stressed out about right now? Is it COVID? It's come and gone. They've come and gone. Plagues have come and gone. Okay. And is it anywhere near as bad as you thought? For some, it's been absolutely cataclysmic. Was it bad for you? How are you doing? How are you faring during this time? You're relatively okay. If you're watching this video, you're relatively okay. Some of you have suffered massive loss, and all of us will experience massive loss as we pass out of this physical incarnation. But that's what life's about. We come in, and therefore we must go out. Okay, you've heard what goes up must come down. You're born, you're going to pass away, make the most of it in the in-betweens. Okay, in the in-betweens. So it could possibly be COVID. Remember last year, 1 year ago this week, I think we were hearing about this big ominous thing that was coming from China. And we're all, you know, it's this horrible thing, 12 weeks maximum. Here we sit 52 weeks later almost. Solitude and isolation, is that what bothers you? Yes, I understand. Human connection is so essential. And boy, don't we have a big appreciation for it now. We have more compassion. Hi there. Hi there, everybody. This is a Living Theosophy Live. I always say I'm going to keep these short, but I end up going on. Today we were just talking about who's a Theosophist. Anybody with a compassionate heart is a Theosophist. You don't have to belong. No one can say you're a Theosophist. No one can knight you a Theosophist. No one can give it to you. Can't be done for you. It's you. And if you feel these teachings, find them. If you feel that they resonate with you, find them, study them, but most importantly, apply them, and you'll find your life will change. You will live a life that is way beyond what you were living before. It is an instruction manual. I'm going to be honest. It is an instruction manual on how to live, how to die, how to process, Anyway, yeah, what are the things that you're worried about? Solitude and isolation. Solitude and isolation. Being cut off from your friends and family. This is we've had a whole year now of this on off drama, mask, whatever. You've got to wear your mask. Wear your damn mask. Just knock it off. Seriously. Okay, anyway, wear your mask. Do what you need to do. Do what you can do. You can't control what's happening in the world, but you can control how you react to it. So when you keep your emotions away from fear, worry, anxiety, and you go into a place of seeing what you're going to do after this is over, concentrate on that. Take the energy away from what you don't have and focus it on what you don't have yet. Okay? And be in that moment of how you feel when you have what you want to have, and you'll find that what you want to have comes a lot quicker. I am aware of my shadows, and dark parts of myself. I need to work on them, but I don't know how I should start. Well, the fact that you said that is you're starting. If you are aware of your shadows, and we all have them, no matter how pure somebody looks, they've all got, well, of course, you couldn't have sun all the time, could you? Sun, sun, sun. We would be destroyed. You can't have darkness all the time. We would be destroyed. Every single one of us, no matter how perfect, I don't know, the Dalai Lama, he's just like you. It's no different than you, just a guy. Okay, he has shadows. All of us have shadows. So the fact that you are identifying that you have them, and the fact that you're identifying that you want to work on them is absolutely a step in the right direction. That is leading you to where you need to be. So what I would say is I spend time with these teachings. I have audiobooks for you here on this channel. You can listen to those. Start by listening to those. Really quick, if you listen to the 14 lessons, which was my introduction to Theosophy, that's on this channel as well, in individual chapters. I didn't know it was Theosophy when I found it, though. I just knew it was a very valuable book. Anyway, you listen to them. If you listen to the 14 lessons, set it at 75% because I'm reading way too fast. I'm really sorry about that. I also remember there was a comment on last week's broadcast. Somebody was watching from the Philippines and they go, slow down. Slow down. So I need to talk slower. I do need to talk slower. There's a lot of you. Hello, everybody. Hi there. I'm not used to these being very populated. And I just put them up because it should be, you sit down and you just talk about what's going on that day. Today it was, who is a Theosophist? Again, anybody with average intellectual capacities, leaning towards the metaphysical. If you want to know there's more than just this world. Some people are really into this world, and it's the physical senses that drives their boat. And they're worried about what people perceive them as. They're worried about how they're going to pay the rent, how they're going to, have sex with whoever they're going to have sex with, create little people, and then die. That's literally how they live. And if you want more than that, then you're leaning towards the metaphysical. How can you be substantial and yet have a shadow? Well, everybody has a shadow. Everything in this world, Earth, everything, everybody has a shadow. I mean, if you think about it, this world is a place of great suffering. I talk about it a lot. This is in the Voice of the Silence, which is also on this channel as an audiobook. It talks about the world that we're in is a place of great suffering. This is actually hell. It's called Mialba. Even though there's lots of beautiful things and amazing, incredible, extraordinary things here on Earth, Earth is a place of great suffering. Any man-inhabited planet is. So here, there's always shadow. There's always contrast. We have to have that contrast because otherwise it would just be one-sided. So how can you be substantial and yet have a shadow? Well, I don't think anybody can not have one. You can't not have one. You're always going to be working on something. I have yet to meet a pure, perfect individual, though I have met some people that are close. And then I find out they have shadows. And then sometimes I think I've worked out lots of my shadows, and then more shadows reveal themselves. And I'm like, oh my God, how is it possible that I could give myself so much work, lifetimes of work? And that's where the Theosophy is applied. It's applied to you, for you, by you, okay? It's not done by going somewhere and sitting, looking, nice on your Sunday best and being able to read a book for an hour on a Sunday. That's BS. It's BS, okay? It happens every day in every way. Like when you get a big vet bill, or when somebody that you love is suffering and you can't help them, or whatever it is that you're going through, loss of a job, whatever it is that you're going through, it's going to be fine. How many jobs have you lost before? Did you live? You did. You lived. Yet not have a shadow. I missed that. Oh, I see what you mean. and not have a shadow. Oh, I see. How can you be substantial yet not have a shadow? I would have to say that everything here on earth has a shadow. There's a dark side to everything. Some people don't have a lot of dark. Some people are really, really beautiful and selfless. A lot of people are very much in the dark still. And that's just where they are on the path. Think of the path as not a place. The path is actually you when you recognize that it's time to start walking it. Okay? You're the path. The path is you. But this path for everybody else, think of it as kind of like a, I don't know, spiral staircase. Okay? Everybody's on the same path. They're just at different places. And it doesn't mean that they're any worse or better than you. No one's better than you. No one's worse than you. Well, please keep doing it. You are making, oh my God. Well, I appreciate that you see any value in this whatsoever. My own ego says that this is horrible. No one's going to watch it. No one cares. But I do believe there is a, it's funny that it's that voice that we did. I think I did a beep, beep. I think I did a video on it talking about that inner voice that tells you you're a piece of crap, but you're so much better than everybody else and fills you with self-doubt. And then it judges everybody. That inner voice tells me that I'm not doing a very good job and what am I even doing? I shouldn't be doing this, that kind of stuff, but I'm going to do it anyway because I can hear that voice, but I don't have to act on it. That's paraphrasing something Carl. Oh, is it? Good. Carl Jung? Absolutely. What he's saying, does he talk about the shadows? Then yes. All of these people said the same thing. Okay. If you look at Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, Lao Tzu, all of them. We talked about that in last week's episode. This is not new. This is ancient. This has been around since the beginning of time. Theosophy is just the paradigm that we're in now, that I like to be in this group because it seems to have the most accurate part of science and philosophy and teaching, spirituality. But you will find in the philosophers, in these psychologists, they're all saying the same thing. All of these avatars who've come through. I care and I care that you care. Oh, thank you. No one cares. See, that's my own. I always thought, oh, it's good to be humbled, but that's an ego thing when you go that far down and you're like, oh, no one is going to care. I don't care if anybody doesn't care. I really don't, because these teachings need to be out into the world. Right now, the way we're treating our planet, we don't have much time to sit here and fart around, for lack of a better F word. Oh, thank you. Oh my God. Wait a minute. We have £4.99. Thank you so much. That is the sweetest stuff. I love you. Thank you. I love you for that. Hang on. I can't read your name. Hang on. Durango. Durango, you have given us $4 towards the red bell. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you. It's, yeah. So we have, we're going to get through that. No matter what, the money's always going to come from wherever it's at. It will. You will. It always has it not? It has. Durango, that's very sweet. What he just did was a YouTube super chat. And that's the biggest one I've ever got. Yes, thank you. So it's not about being wealthy. I don't want to be wealthy. Wealthy, just listen, rich does not equal happiness. You're going to find that when you get there, because I've had a few zeros in my bank account before, quite a few. And I looked at it going, okay, well, how come I'm not happy? It's not going to be there. And then they went, and I felt the exact same when I looked at the amount. So there was substantial zeros. Doesn't make any difference. Now it's just zeros. Actually, it's going to be negative zeros, but it doesn't matter. Also, fame. I've had tiny bits of fame, if you want to call it that. When I did radio, I had billboards up and stuff like that. It doesn't matter. So ridiculously transitory and not important. Fame and money, they're not going to make you happy. It's not. I think Jim Carrey talks about that. Now, he's got substantial fame, and it's just fame is just what other people think about you. It's completely worthless. It's worthless. What matters is what kind of a person you are and how you treat other people and other beings on this planet. So how do you navigate through life? You can study these teachings and then literally find a new way of living and being. And the more time you spend with them, I spend a lot of time with them. I find, even though it's not something that I studied and memorized, I find that just by being around them, there's a vibration that comes through of, I don't know, ease, comfort, purpose, calm, equanimity. So anyway, I said I'd keep these short. I'm a big fat liar. So anyway, yeah, things are getting really busy here. It's really great. We've got a business plan and there's lots. I've got a Snapchat. Living Theosophy has a Snapchat. Check it out. TikTok, super slow to move because I'm not the standard TikToker, but I go over there and I share these teachings in a cheeky way. And I'm just trying to go to where the people are. The people are on TikTok. So there's a Living Theosophy TikTok. There is a Living Theosophy Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. And I'm just doing this because I want to be of service. You don't have to be a member of the Living Theosophy crowd. It doesn't matter. It'd be great if you subscribe. You want to hit the like button. Awesome. If you don't, awesome. Find these teachings for yourself. It's called Theosophy, but it's come by many names throughout the millennia. It's not just Theosophy. It isn't. So on that note, how long have I gone? A long time. I don't see it, but thank you, Durango, for that. You're amazing. Thank you. Do you know what a big deal that is? That's the biggest one I've ever got. That is going to go straight back into these teachings. There's another one came in. Oh my God. No, you don't have to. Thank you, Zachary. Thank you so much. You guys, this is really big. This is the biggest because this, I will be honest. I'm going to be honest right now. Okay. I mean, I'm always honest, but I'm going to be really honest. Living Theosophy is a labor of love. I'm always in the red, always in the red. This is going to be spent, I promise, on these teachings. It goes right back into this machine. Anything that you give me is spent on taking these teachings out into the world. And I will say that any organization that has cash, that receives cash for these teachings, should spend it on getting the teachings out further into the world. We're coming up at 8 billion people. Everybody, almost, well, a majority of the world has access to the internet. Not all of us, but these right here, telephones, everybody's on their phone. So let's get these teachings out and on the phones all over the world. Let's do it. Do it. Let's do it. That's what this money's going to be spent on. I can't thank you enough. Thank you, Zachary and Durango, for that. That seriously, that's the biggest I've ever gotten on here. And I'm not doing it for the cash. I'm not doing it for anything else except the only thing I have to sell is compassion and empathy and love for all beings, because we are to work to ease the unnecessary suffering of all beings on our planet. And when you choose to do that, you'll find that your life aligns and you will find happiness and purpose and peace. And again, calm. All of that comes to you when you become selfless service. It's true. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. I'm not here to do anything else but share these teachings with you because I love you. And I'm just grateful that you're here. And I would like to see you go out and become your living theosophy. And you go. You don't ever have to come back here. Just go. Just do it. Become these teachings. They're here for you. I love you. Oh, that's so sweet. I love you so much. Okay. Didn't I say I was going to wrap it up? Hi there from London. I am so grateful for you. Thank you. There's a bunch of you here. What are we doing? Okay. I know I said I'd wrap it up. However, there are 10 people on YouTube. I don't know how many people are watching from Haps. This is oh my God. Okay. That is a big thing. Thank you. Danny Bruno. What? Thank you, Danny. Thank you. That is so sweet. Hi, Danny and Doe are here. I don't know what to say. This is so much fun. Okay. You shared it with a girlfriend. I did? I shared it with a girl. Us girlfriends. Oh, us girls. See, I see Danny come in and I start to go back into the old broadcasting. I did. I'm not going to say it. Anyway, I said I was going to keep it short. I can't help it. Anyway, I don't share a lot about my personal life on here. I don't really share any except about the vet bill today and a little bit about my journey through sobriety and stuff like that. But anyway, I love you. You are what Theosophy is about. You're the temple. Nature is the true church. Theosophy is all about you. It's true. So the reason I'm here, because I believe it's important. It is more important than anything else we have ever done. And the time is now. Our planet needs us to do this. We must become these teachings. We must become these. This is our responsibility. And there's lots of others like me coming out there as well. You're one of them. I love you. And scene. Okay. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for being here. We'll be back next week. I'll see if I can do these more often throughout the week. And we're going to close. How do we close? Okay. I love you. I'll see you soon. Thank you. Oh, really quick, if you want the audiobooks and the books that I talked about, they'll be in the link below on YouTube.